Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So traders, I've just put together a brand new package for you. It's a free training walking you through my top trading system that I use every single day. And also I've put together a free trading course for you to really help you out. If you go to johnsfreegift.com right now, go over here and that big green button that says register for the free training plus free trading course. Click on that, go register for my free training. I'll teach you all the details, how I trade the markets and the system that I use. And then also you'll get access to that free trading course. Go do that right now, guys, and I'll see you real soon. Now, guys, one thing I want to do is I want to walk you through the actual stock market. So let's actually walk through the actual stock market itself and why the stock market is actually verging on a bit of a danger territory. We actually could have one more little push to the upside. But we're starting to we're still in this danger territory where it's actually starting to be a little bit of greed in the marketplace. And I believe there's going to be, there's a shock that's going to come out of the market that's going to send this market down. And why I say that is, for one, if we have a look at the fear and greed index, right? So this is the fear and greed index. We're still at extreme greed. And as you know, just from a probability perspective, right? Most traders are fearful down here and they're greedy up here. Right? But as you can see, right, when people are fearful, be greedy, because then the market rises, right? And then when people start to get greedy, the market goes down. When people start to get fearful, the market goes up. When people start, it's just a dun overall. Makes sense? So now looking at this level from here, you can actually see that we're actually pointing up through here where we may have one more push to the upside. So for intraday traders, and if I let me bring up my futures platform now. For the intraday traders, there could be something really nice setting up here soon when it comes to, the Dow Jones futures level, right? So what I mean by that is this, is that if we have a look at this through here, this is the 4-hour chart, right? We're possibly going to go sideways, and then possibly going to start to see another really nice move back up again, right? So another nice move back up again from here. And the reason why is because we're actually at all-time highs from here, as you can see. So this all-time high point up here is probably going to be bested today, but it's going to be a false move. Right? It's not going to be a big move. But on an intraday basis, on say a 15-minute chart or something like that, there could be a nice trade here. So if we do break, which we're probably going to now, if we do that, then that's probably going to be the end. If we see that, guys, that's probably the signal for me to say, you know what? We are now getting close to the top of the markets, because I don't know exactly when that's going to be. Short-term top, right? Then we get the pullback from there. We have a move up, a nice little 5-10% correction, and then away we go again from there. Make sense? So that's what I'm seeing from there when it comes to the actual the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq has already made a move back to the upside, and while we've actually had a really big move, one thing that I always like to do, and I'll bring this screen up here for you. If you just look at every single big bull market, notice one thing here, right? Even when we do go through these big phases, right, we eventually go through this. This here is a roughly 2 to 3 months of sideways, and we wait for the moving averages to start catching up, and then it goes again. And it goes again, and it goes again. Same thing through here, right? We actually started going up, got to it, we had a nice move, but then we eventually go through a good 2-3 months of sideways and waiting for the moving average catching up, right? So the moving average starts to turn around. The reason why I'm saying that is that if you notice that, then that's probably what's going to happen. So if we do get even just a little bit more upside here, we need to wait for this moving average to catch up here. There's a high probability over the next 2-3 months that we're getting towards the end of the move. And secondly, we're probably going to do something like this here and then start to pick back up again. Makes sense? So you can see if you just see the way the market operates, you know what happens here. So you can see for a big bull market to start, we need the moving average starting to be strong trending. If we're going to go through another big bull phase, we need a strong trending moving average. Make sense? And you do know, as you can see, right, the market will, after a point in time, after going up quite some time, have a good 2-3 months. So yes, we've been going up for quite some time, and as the market, we're probably going to have a good 2-3 months of sideways drop. Let the moving average start to catch up, and then then that's why I'm saying this third quarter is probably going to be sideways, choppy, that there. But on the fourth quarter, I do see it's likely to start to see the moving average. Same for the S&P 500, right? And again, if you're just looking at bull phases, if we just see how the markets work, through a big bull phase, we see the moving average catch up. After a big move, we have, again, the weekly chart. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, that's about 3 months worth of sideways movement, right? Same thing from here, right? Low, high, low, big move up. We get the moving average coming down through there, and away we go. And then this big bull phase here is what? When the moving average is going up through there. Big bull phase. So if we're going to go through another big bull phase, the moving average is going to start to come. The moving average right now is coming down and it's flat. We need the moving average to be doing that. And that means, once again, moving average comes up like that. We might have another week through there, and then we have 2-3 months of cooling off. That is the danger right now when it comes to the S&P, is because we're going to have that cooling off, what's called a time phase in the market, and we are going to see that from there. Now, one thing I do like, though, is on the real big picture here, right? The real big picture is one market that I'm focusing on. And again, for me, traders, I am not an active trader. I'm not looking, what sort of trade can I do to make money today? No, I'm not doing that. I'm looking for opportunities throughout the year that I can get in, hold it for a month or two, and have a really big profit off that one trade. Why? Because if I can have really big profits, right? And again, I referenced my last 3 closed trades. I'm in one good trade right now. My last 3 closed trades, one was a 30% loss utilizing options. Then the next was a 300% profit and a 200% profit. So if I had a 30% loss on my trade, a 30% loss, but then a 300% profit and a 250% profit, 1, that's a pretty good win-loss ratio. But 2, that's how I'm going to win the game this year. It's by being that. So I could now actually have 2 or 3 or 4 losses in a row and still actually be positive. Makes sense? So this is this for me personally, guys, and you guys, if you guys are doing really well, if you guys are trading really well right now and you're making a lot of money off the system you're utilizing, if you're making a lot of money right now and you're not even following any rules, you're destroyed. You're going to get absolutely just hammered by these markets, I promise you, because you cannot trade based off thoughts or feelings. The only way for me to get ahead is actually utilize the actual systems and strategies from there. So, one thing that I really want to sort of share with you here is one thing I've been really focusing on. Let me bring this up here. Has been the Russell market. And so for me, once again, guys, the reason why I just had that little spell just then with you, like that little talk with you just then, is because I know for the Russell, it might take another good 2-3 months to build up, but I need to keep an eye on it. Because if it does break, Russell could make me 6 figures, maybe multiple 6 figures on a trade if it sets up over the next couple of months. Do you see what I'm saying here? Like that's what I'm looking for from there. I'm looking for these big profit opportunities, because I want to be in a situation, guys, at the end of the year that even if I'm 50-50 right, if I can have 20 and 30% losses on average and 100-300% return on average, even if I'm 50-50 right, which I'm not, I'm a lot more higher than that, right? I'm going to have a good year. See what I'm doing is I'm setting myself up for a good year. How are you approaching the year? Are you approaching the year where I want to trade every day because I want to? It's probably not going to be the best thing there, right? So looking at the good old Russell chart here, what do we have here? Up, and then we have this move through here. If we can get something like that going on out of the Russell, we're probably likely to see a really, really, really nice move to come from there out of the Russell.